Okay. Okay. It's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and it's going down. We here now. I know y'all had to wait a little while, but I'm gonna make you smile. The subject that we're talking about tonight is gonna make us think, and I think yo, it's gonna be okay. We do this last day of the week. It's Friday. Hey. Fade that down a little bit. Unless everything is gonna be okay. Hey. All right, we okay. You know why? Cause it's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, take it off left lane, no coasting. And tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we are talking about scared of looking like you're broke. Scared of looking like you broke. Listen, that might not be real to a lot of y'all, but you'd be amazed at how many people are motivated by looking like they have something, even if they really don't have a lot. How many people are motivated, or how many people want to appear like they out there getting something, or like they worth something, or like they making a lot of money, even though they might not be making but a very small amount. And this can start when you're really young. It can start when you're really young, and it can go on until you get older. And basically it can turn into you trying to keep up with the Joneses, even though you ain't got nowhere near the Joneses' money, baby. You ain't got that kind of cash. You're not working with that kind of cream. But you got everybody out here thinking that you out there getting it like that. And that can cause you a lot of problems. When people think you have money, there are people out there, plenty of people out there that are more than willing to take that money away from you to relieve you of all that extra cash that you running around here looking like you got. So sometimes appearing like you're well turned out, or like you're getting it like that, or that you have it going on, or like you first at bat, it can really have a negative effect on you. And we're going to talk about it tonight, so let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily, the daily go get a show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752. AKA Omar with the, and if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. It is the Daily Go Get a Business show on this Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday, the 8th of October. We headed toward the end of the year. Do y'all realize that? We are headed toward the end of the year. I gotta fix this chair. This thing is on lean. Ultimately, I'm going to have to fix this wheel. This wheel is giving me trouble. It's giving me trouble. But it's going to be all right. We're going to work it out. We're going to make it right. We gonna make it all right. We're going to make it okay. Friday the 8th. So yeah, scared to look like you're broke. Now, this can happen in a variety of ways. Now, if y'all read the description to the show, I talk in the description, I talk about the tailor Dapper Dan. Now, do y'all remember Dapper Dan back in the 80s? like a lot of rappers used to go to Dapper Dan and they used to get their suits made, like, but they were like suits of like with the Gucci all over it, or the Fendi all over it, or the MCM all over it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all remember like Eric B and Rakim, or their first album, Paid in Full, you know, they had on the you know, the Louis Vuitton suit. I believe it was a Louis Vuitton suit. Anyway, what Dapper Dan would do is he would take the patterns of the logos of the popular designers, which were Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Seems to still be kind of like the same thing, right? Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, and MCM. Those were the major, expensive, and popular designers at the time that you know, a lot of black people wanted to be a part of. So he would take the logos and the patterns that they had that you would see on their pocketbooks, and he would make suits out of them. He would design your car seats with them and all of that. We're talking about the 80s. We're talking about 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, the get money crack era. The get money crack era where drug dealers was making money hand over fist. So before rappers started making that kind of money to be able to afford to go to Dapper Dan, and Dapper Dan had a tailor shop over in Harlem. That's where he's from, and you know, he was getting money over there. So the hustlers would come into Dapper Dan's shop, and they would just hang out. They would hang out. It was a hangout spot. They would hang out. They would drink. They would, you know, get high, just chill while he making clothes. He taking orders, and you know, so like if somebody left an order there that was too that left an order there too long or whatever, sometimes he would sell it to cats on a discount and all that. And he noticed an interesting phenomenon when the drug dealers and the hustlers and the rappers, when all of them were only amongst themselves, they would get cheap on Dapper Dan. You know, they was like, you know, like, yo, man, you charging all of this money for these suits, and I need you to do this for me. I need you to, you know, do this for a discount. And come on, man. You know, why you charging all this money? Why you charging all this money? Why you charging all this money? If y'all don't know who Dapper Dan is, you may remember this incident. Do y'all remember in I think it was like 88? I think it was like 88 or 89 when Mike Tyson fought Mitch Green on the street. Mike Tyson fought Mitch Green on the street. And remember, Mike lumped his eye up and all of that shit. He fought the boxer Mitch Green that he had already fought in the ring, and it was disputed. Some people say that Mitch Green beat Tyson, but Tyson won the fight. So Mitch Green felt some kind of way about it, and he knew that Mike Tyson hung out at Dapper Dan's spot every now and then. So what did he do? He came down to Dapper Dan's spot and started talking shit to Mike and all that, and they got the rumbling on the street. So he got a Mike Tyson beat down on the street. So it was a highly publicized event, you know, where they actually went to court about that, to started it and all that, but it happened right outside of Dapper Dan's spot, because Mike Tyson would go to Dapper Dan to get stuff made. And Mitch Green caught him outside of the shop. Yeah, you can't beat me. You ain't shit. You pussy, and blah, 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 blah. And they boop, 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 on the street. That type, it was not boxing. That's who Dapper Dan was. All right. So he noticed that even these hustlers that was getting all of this money, all of this drug money, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, they could afford anything that Dapper Dan was making, and Dapper Dan was making crazy bank. He noticed that the men would get cheap when they were around other men. So what did he do? He said, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the women in to take the orders. He ain't taking no orders personally no more. He brought some cuties in there to take the orders from the men. Guess what happened? The men stopped being cheap. Now they battling to see who can spend the most money. They went from, yo, man, you charging too much for this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't paying all this money for that. And blah, 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 to shit. And money ain't a thing, man. You know what I mean? I got it like that. Shit, that money. Shit, I got money's uncle in my pocket. I can get this money. Shit, but how much this shit cost? Oh, that shit, that ain't no money. I said, I don't know what you talking about. I'm getting cash, nigga. Man. So anyway, I'm gonna need a Louis Vuitton leather suit. I'm gonna need a Louis Vuitton leather suit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need a Louis Vuitton leather suit and shit. And give me a Gucci too. And you know what? My son old enough to wear some Fendi. So he just turned 7. So yeah, get my son I'm gonna bring him down tomorrow, get him measured up and shit. But I think his measurements for the time being, that's exactly what happened. As soon as the women came through, they started acting like they was getting all of this money. Well, they was getting money, but they stopped being cheap immediately. None of these get money niggas wanted to appear like they was frugal or cheap or broke. They didn't want to seem like that. They didn't want to seem like they was bargain shoppers when the women came through. Now, what is that saying? What did we really witness with that? What did we witness? One thing that we witnessed with that example, and shout out to Dapper Dan, man, because his shit was fly back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I would have killed to have a Dapper Dan suit, but shit, I just worked my way up to a Fila suit, a Fila to Sergio Tacchini. I couldn't afford no Dapper Dan suit. That was thousands. That was thousands of dollars. We wasn't doing Dapper Dan numbers. We wasn't nowhere near Dapper Dan numbers. We wasn't ready for that heat. We was not ready for that heat. Not me and my crew. We didn't sell drugs. We ain't had that kind of money. We worked. So, but you'll notice that the example that Dapper Dan set with the hustlers, with the New York hustlers and rappers and boxers and whoever was getting money like that, who could afford it, you have to kind of think about their mentality. You have to think about their mentality. Whereas that they were making a lot of money, street money, fast money, dangerous money. But they still didn't want to spend a whole lot of money and waste their money once they were around other men. They didn't care about other men looking at them like they were broke, but they ain't want none of those women thinking that they wasn't getting money or that they were stingy or that they wasn't willing to spend no money. So when it came to a little bit of loving and some pussy and all of that kind of stuff, yeah, they ready to peel off. We gonna peel off this money with the quickness. But as long as it was a sausage party, like, man, I ain't trying to press them niggas. Now, I'll give it to them. That's pretty cool. That, I could feel that. But was their mentality that whoever had the most money or could appear to have the most money would be the one to get the girls? The girls are working in the shop. They ain't making no whole lot of money. So why is it that they would command so much attention from these drug dealers to make them spend money? Like, that's a lot of power. That's a lot of power to be able to hold, to not have any real money yourself, but to make other people with real money be uncomfortable around you, acting like they don't have no money. Yeah, ladies, y'all got power. I've always known it too. Power. That is a lot of power. And it's an example that may come from when a little boy is a very, very, very young man coming up. He starts to see, like, oh, pretty girls cost a lot of money. I can't have a pretty girl if I don't have a lot of money. To me, that's a dangerous way to think. To me, that's a dangerous way to think, because if you think that you can never have a pretty girl or the girl of your choosing unless you spend a whole lot of money that you really don't have, I think that is I think that that's a dangerous position to put yourself into. But that might be exactly what we're working with. What do y'all think? Do y'all agree? Do y'all agree that a lot of men will front like they getting money out here in order to impress women or in order to get women? And is it just pretty women? Is it just women with a nice with nice bodies? Is it, what is it? Is it a case where they don't mind seeming like they broke, or like they not getting it like that, or that they're not willing to spend a lot if the women are just okay? So is it the more beautiful the woman, the more money it costs? More beautiful the woman, the more money they cost. Beautiful the woman, the more money they cost. Beautiful the woman, the more money they cost. Are you lost? And turns out if you can pull the big knot out your pocket, yo, what's up, route? What's going on? What's going down? How that feel? How does it sound? Is this the example that we are setting for the youth? Is that the truth? It might just be the way that we're taught and out there by a pretty girl you got caught. Maybe back when you was in the 4th grade, you like little Shireen. Oh, she was pretty. Hey, Shireen like Mike, because Mike had a brand new Free Spirit bike, 10-speed, and you didn't need. Okay, anyway, all I'm saying is that is probably something that is observed when you're very young. And I just think that it can get dangerous if you think that you can never have the woman of your choice or a beautiful woman or whatever if you don't spend a lot of money. That just seems like a bad position to be in. Because what happens when you don't have money like you used to have it? What happens? We know what happens. A lot of men complain about that shit. It was all good when I was getting money, when I was paying for everything, when I was paying all the bills, when I was paying the car note, when I had you sitting in the coop, when I was buying you jewelry, when you was beating the mall and on shopping sprees. It was all good then. And then when a nigga fall off or you know, I take a hit and you know, and the money ain't flowing the way it used to be. Now you ain't got no time for me. You ain't got no love for me, and you don't have no tolerance for me. You want to go out there chasing with this other nigga who getting all this money. I've heard men talk like that and they were dead serious. You've heard men talk like that and they were dead serious. Now, as women, maybe y'all felt some kind of way about it, but was there any truth to what he was saying? It may not have been true with you or for you, but probably somewhere in his life example, that was the example that was set, and that was real. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Emily Dunlap in the house? I said Emily and T. Carrie, right? Morning, noon, and night. Is always a pleasure to have my peoples going right in your sight. And Carol Chamberlain, my favorita best friend. What's going on, ma? I'm glad to see you here. And Cherry Dana, Cinderella, Dana. Well, it's the woman Dana with famous Cinderella, Dana. Well, it's the woman Dana with fame. What's going on, Dana? And L. Malone. What's going on? Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sure, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Good to see you coming through. My brother, true and true. I'm glad to see me have my eyes upon you. So, what do y'all think? Daily Go Get Him Ism Show. We talking about scared of looking like you're broke. What if you're really broke? But you don't want to look that way. Scared of looking like you're broke. Scared of looking like you're broke. What's good? What does that really mean? When you're scared of looking like you're broke, what are we saying? What are we saying to each other? Sisters, brothers, what are we saying? And is it just a male thing? We're gonna get into all of that. You know, do women experience this too? Is it just a male thing that we don't want to look like we ain't getting it like that? Or is it, or do women feel the same way? Like, I don't want to seem like I'm no broke bitch. I don't want to seem like I'm begging, starving. I don't want to seem like, yeah, well, basically, if you listen to today's music and stuff like that, you hear women, talking about how much money they getting and how they don't need no man. They don't need no man. They don't need no man. They ain't gotta ask for nothing. Got my own shit. And I ain't bluffing. I pay for my own house, got for my own car, got to pay for my own kids, and I go far. I ain't got to ask you for nothing. I don't need no man. I stand on my own. That's where I stand. And you can get the fuck on. But I do need you to come through and get your fuck on. But then you can get out of my life. I ain't got to be there for your girl or your wife. I don't need nothing from you, brother. I got my own shit, got my own mother, got my own dad. And he taught me that I don't need you. And you will see. So we see it. We see it. But do they have the same ingredients? Does a man who doesn't want to look like he broke have the same ingredients as a woman who doesn't want to look like she broke? Like, you don't want to be no broke bitch. Now, no broke bitches out here. No, nah. Off topic for a second. Did any of y'all see the verses between Fat Joe and Ja Rule? Did any of y'all see that? The verses between Fat Joe and Ja Rule. Well, I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw some of the excerpts. And from what I understand, Ja Rule really killed Fat Joe. He just smashed him in that verses. But an interesting thing happened with Fat Joe. Now, Fat Joe is a Puerto Rican rapper, fat Puerto Rican rapper, and it's funny how the relationship between blacks and Hispanics can sometimes get fucked up. Like, Hispanics feel like they can use the word nigga, they call themselves that, and all of that kind of stuff. So they feel like they can do what we do. But but when it really all comes down to it, culturally, there's a difference between American blacks and Hispanics. There is. Hispanics come from another part of the world, down there in the Caribbean islands, in Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic or whatever. Sometimes Cuba, whatever. But anyway, the bottom line is they don't exactly have the same culture as black people, even though they may be black themselves. But in their family, they'll tell them they will distinguish themselves away from black. So you may have heard of some Puerto Ricans or Puerto Rican families who would tell them, like, I don't want you dating no black man or no black girls and all that kind of stuff. I know plenty of those situations. He or she is prejudiced against black people. And I'm like, when you are an informed black person, it sounds ridiculous to you. Like, the white man might not like me, but if you only knew how the white man feels about Hispanics, and then you see Hispanics acting like they better than black people, you like, you gotta be kidding. Real shit. But anyway, and in that verses, between Ja Rule and Fat Joe, Ja Rule brought Vita and Lil Mo to the verses with him because he had songs with Lil Mo, and they were hit songs, big hit songs. And Vita, he had hit songs with Vita. Now you haven't seen Vita around in a good while, and Lil Mo, maybe a little spotty. Probably haven't really noticed her since R&B Divas. So anyway, so Ja Rule was getting on Fat Joe because Fat Joe brought Remy. Now Remy can rock the mic. So he brought Remy, and Ja was messing around with him like, oh, you gotta bring Remy. You gotta bring Remy with you to save your ass and blah, blah, blah. And Fat Joe said, oh man, look at you, Ja. You got them dusty bitches with you. Like Fat Joe pushed the envelope a little too far. He did, like Ja didn't diss Remy. If anything, he acknowledged Remy as a formidable artist and a skilled artist who Fat Joe needed in order to try to win the verses. And then Fat Joe goes all off. He goes all off the rails and calls Lil Mo and Vita dusty bitches. And he knows who Lil Mo is. He knows who Vita is. Why would you? Now he had to apologize after that. Fat Joe also said some shit about Bill Cosby getting released. You know what I'm saying? So his little bitch ass wanted to be king of New York. Remember back in those days, being king of New York was a big thing. Nas and Jay-Z, and Biggie, and all that kind of stuff. And Fat Joe was jealous because he never was part of that argument. He wasn't in that race. Like, dude, you don't write your own rhymes. I guess we're not supposed to know that, but you don't write your own rhymes. You have had hit records, but most of your hit records have come on the heels of somebody else being a feature on your records. You don't have that many hit records on your own, and that's just a fact. I'm a Fat Joe fan, but the songs that he has had that have charted, they had features. He had features. So him calling Lil Mo and Vita dusty bitches, like he crossed the line with that. Now, I'm saying all of that to say this. Because, I realized I went off track. I went off topic. But I wanted to see if y'all heard of that. But yeah, when you talk about, scared of looking like you're broke, it can follow you into a lot of different areas that may get you into some trouble. Because speaking of Remy Ma, when Remy Ma shot that girl, when Remy Ma shot her friend and ultimately went to jail for it, Remy accused the chick of stealing like $3,500 out of her purse. Remy Ma had $30,000 on her when she went to that party. 30 stacks. So they at the bar turning up and all of that. Them chicks couldn't bang with Remy Ma. She had a hit song. That Lean Back, John, the Lean Back. Remy Ma had an album. But that song that she had with the Terror Squad, Lean Back, got her, made her pockets full, even if she was getting jerked by Fat Joe, which is highly likely. But she had this thing about not being broke, not looking broke, not appearing broke. So it's probably not just a male thing. Stacey White, what's going on, Stacey? I almost missed you there. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I don't mean to do that. I'm not mad. Okay, let me see what y'all talking about over here. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. Queen Monica Davis over here on the Instagram side. Thanks for coming on through. Thanks for coming on by. Carol Chamberlain says, I'm not afraid to look broke. I'm more afraid to look rich. Oh, shit. Okay. I hear you on that. I do. Narcille says, after looking and being it, I choose modesty. Okay. Sure. Hudson says, I think some guys put on a show to get women, and some females put on a show to fire. Wait, put on a show for men. Okay. Now I'm wondering how that works, though. You know, like, do men care? Do men care if a woman has a lot of money? Because honestly, for a lot of men, that's going to be very intimidating for them. You know, like this chick getting all this money. Like, what she need me for? And that's a part of the problem, being stuck in that mentality. Like, I gotta have this money in order to get this woman. She ain't gonna want nothing to do with me unless I finance this mission to the fullest. It doesn't sound like a good position to be in to me. And don't get me wrong, I don't see nothing wrong with having a whole bunch of money. I don't have nothing. Y'all already know I like cash money. I don't like credit card, your bank account. That's all good, but that's a personal thing. But I like cash, real cash money. You know what I'm saying? I like dough. I'm old school, granddaddy with the money clip. I'm old school. My uncle with the fat wallet. I'm old school. Hustlers around the way with the fat knot. I'm old school. Teenage working, teenage job, teenage employees with the dummy knot. A 20 on top, a bunch of fives in the middle, and maybe about 51s. You got that McDonald's check, that fast food check, $125. You know what I'm saying? The dummy knot, baby. We come from that era. I come from that era. All right. But anyway, so I don't know how other men would look at a woman who wants to make sure that he knows that she ain't broke. I think that that's sending a message to a man that, well, I don't really need you. Beyond what your penis can give, chuck the deuces up to you, baby. Chuck them. Chuck the deuce. I think that I don't like that type of attitude. I don't invite it. But at the same time, I understand that anybody can work hard and make a lot of money for themselves. The question becomes, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you personally? We all got bills to pay. And in order to pay them, we got to go bust our ass, work something out, and don't get that money. We got to chase the dollar. We don't have to make our whole lives revolve around it, but some of us do, and it turns out the way it turns out. It turns out the way it turns out. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. It's the daily go get mism show, and we're talking about scared of looking like you're broke. Scared of looking like you're broke. All right. Norris Hill says, I mean, I don't want to look like a magnet either. I hear that. Cherry says, you can't be mad at the woman who no longer wants to be with a man who's set up their relationship on material things and money, who can't provide those things. You can't be mad at the woman who no longer wants to be with a man who set up their relationship on material things and money, who can't provide those things. Do you mean like can't provide those things anymore? Like you mean that he started off like he was getting all that cash and all of that, like he was, like he was a guap star, and then all of a sudden you come to find out that this cat was really broke. He really wasn't getting it like that. He really ain't, he ain't handling, he ain't holding, he ain't living his life like it's gold, and living his life like it's gold, and living his life like is that what we talking about? Let me know. Cheryl Hudson says, some men or women have that gold digger mentality, or thinking that they can get with someone who has enough money to take care of them. All right. So if you are the type of person who tries to swindle, cheat, steal, or trick money out of somebody, how do you do that without appearing broke? That's all I want to know. I mean, if you're a kind man, you'll probably act like you're already getting money, because people who have money like to invest in other people who are getting money or already have money. So I can understand that part. But other than that, in a romantic relationship, how do you get somebody to give you money if you appearing like you already got money? And I'm not saying that it can't be done, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. And this might offend some people, but I'll be honest with you about some of the experiences that I've had or that I've seen when it comes to women and money. And this is not even just women. This actually applies to men, women, and society as a whole in Black culture. And this is something that I'm not proud of, but it's something that I've seen. And when I get finished explaining to y'all might say, like, you know what, you're kind of right about that. Or y'all might say, no, that's total bullshit if you haven't seen it the way I've seen it. But here's what I've noticed. Here's what I've noticed with women. Women will give to a man that is on his way up, or that's if she believes in him. If she like, I've noticed that women will finance a mission for a man who has ambition. Like if she sees that this cat is really about something, he may not have nothing now. He might be dead pop. He might be broke. He might, he might not have shit, but he's working with something. He has value. He has good ideas. He has a good brain on him. He has good energy. He must have just taken a fall somewhere and he's on his way climbing back up. A lot of women will finance that mission. Okay. And the other thing that I've noticed is that I know women who will give to niggas that's already paid. So you pull up in a Benz, you pull up in the BM, you pull up in a Bentley or something like that. And I noticed that some women will give you more money. And I'm thinking like, well, what part of the game is that? Well, it's the same part of the game as people who will pay to see somebody who was already rich. We'll pay top dollar to go see a Beyonce or a Jay-Z or somebody else where the tickets may be $300 or $400, but we'll scoff at paying $100 to see maybe a Lettucey, a SZA, however you pronounce it, SZA, or LMA, or somebody. Like $100. I ain't paying that money to go. That's too much. So the up and coming artists that may need the money, but the artists that already talking about they got $500 million or $1 billion or $750 million. Oh yeah. I'm going to go to the Beehive. I'm going to the Beehive. Yeah, those tickets was $350. I got 2 of them. $700 of tickets. And I ain't nowhere near the front row. But so what? I'm going. A lot of black people will give money to other black people that's already getting money. But let Junebug be coming home from jail. Dead pop. No money. Broke is a joke. Needs the money bad. Barely could come home from the halfway house because he didn't have nobody that would vouch for him to let, to be his house where his PO could find him. That nigga, he don't get no money. Like, no. He really need it. But this hustling ass motherfucker that come through in the Jaguar Jeep, this hustling nigga who come through in the Jaguar Jeep, you will go and buy him a bunch of clothes. Go to Nordstrom's, go to Neiman Marcus, go to Marshall Fields, go to Macy's or somewhere and get him a bunch of shit. You gonna add to his fly. You'll add to his fly. But Junebug, well, call me when you get on your feet, June. It's just something that I've noticed. On the flip side, a lot of men are intimidated by women who make a lot of money. Because they figure if she already making more than I'm making, she don't need me. How am I going to get this woman? A control issue start to come into it. How am I going to get her to cook, clean, raise my babies? She fuck around, make me use a condom. WEC 1979. Thanks for coming on through. Appreciate you. And it's sad that a lot of men think that way. Like if I can't, the only way I can control her is with the money. If I don't have no money, then she looking down on me. So you got a little job. Maybe you bring home $35,000, $45,000 a year. $45,000 a year. That ain't no bad. It's not a bad salary. You ain't rich, but who is? You at $45,000 a year. We ain't even gonna talk about your take home because that's the sad part of the check. That's the sad part of the salary reality. The net pay is the sad part of the salary reality. But at $45,000 a year, you're talking about $22 an hour. Talking about $22 an hour, and so you got enough money to be able to go out dinner, go to movies, go on vacations. You can afford them cheap ass cruise tickets nowadays. You can go on a cruise with air flight included for what people getting for like $800. You can afford. You can pay for that. I don't want to say afford, but you can do it. You can find a way. So you making $45,000 a year. I don't care if you was making $35,000 a year. $35,000 a year translates into about $17.50 an hour, some shit like that. And I know because I've made these salaries before, you know, so I can't, you know, 35. Anyway, 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 when you think that the only way that you can get a woman to love you, or that's the only way that you can get a woman to act in a way that will give y'all some kind of harmony in a relationship, you in a dark place. You really in a struggle for real, son. Hey, yo, you struggling for real. You struggling for real. Let me see. Shirley Cheryl says, a lot of women will pay for a man to be a family man to her children, broke or not. If the kids like him, he's going to get whatever he wants from her. Some men will do the same to get a nice woman. That's an interesting perspective there, Shirley Cheryl. Well, what have we here? I see you talking out there. I need y'all to share the show. I need y'all to hit that like button, yo. I need y'all to share the show. Hit the like button. Hit y'all to share the show. Hit the like button. Need y'all to share the show. Hit the like button. Yo, just do a little solid. Do something. And if y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's a number to call us at a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby, on. 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 Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Daily Go Get 'Em is a show, baby. Daily Go Get 'Em is. Scared of looking like you're broke. What is the shame in not having a lot of money? Where is the shame in climbing your way up? Saving, conserving, looking for a discount. Looking for a discount is not the same as looking for a handout. When I go to stores, I try to go cheap. Listen, the older I get, I notice the older I get, the cheaper I get. You know why? Because I ain't got a floss. I ain't got to do that shit. You know, once you have enough confidence in the man that you are, and sadly, not enough men come into their own to be able to say what I'm going to say. I wouldn't give a fuck if I ain't have $1 to my name. And there have been times when that was damn near the case. I'm always worth money. I got skill, I got talent, I got brains, I got ambitions, I have ideas. I know how to use this mouthpiece. I know how to do it. So I can always work something out. And I will. And I do. But I realize that a lot of my brethren can't do that. They don't feel that way. Now, it's not that you have to talk your way into or out of situations. I'm not saying everybody has to do what I do or have the gifts that I have. What I'm saying exactly is that you do not have to feel like your monetary value is your total worth. That is a bad position to be in, and I don't want anybody I'm associated with being in that position. You should always have high self-esteem. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. So I'm not interested in paying top dollar and telling everybody how much I paid for this, that, and the third. I'm not interested in that shit. Not. I like nice shit. Always have. But even as a young boy, I ain't never go around flashing a bunch of money. I knew it. Look, man, that's a dead end. That's a dead end, especially where, coming up in the 80s. You go around flashing a bunch of money, somebody going to relieve you of that money. Oh, yeah. Oh, you got on a nice little bomber, leather bomber. Yo, get his bomber off of me. That was the funniest thing to me. A leather bomber in 1986. A leather bomber in 1986 cost $179. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget my mommy. I told my mommy. Now, she had just got me a sheepskin the year before. You know, she was hanging with the girls when I walked in. Real fly guy with the blue sheepskin. Shout out to the real Roxanne. When she said that about Romeo, I was like, she was hanging with the girls when he walked in. Real fly guy with the blue sheepskin. I like the color blue. Guess what I got? The next year, leather bombers came out with the possum collar and shit like that. I was like, yo, that jacket is fly as shit. My brother got one. I was like, yo, you got the new bomber? He was like, yeah. Oh, I got the bomber, man. You gonna get one? I was like, yeah. Somehow. Went to my mom. I was like, listen, Mom, I want a leather bomber. She was like, a coat? I said, yeah. She said, what did it look like? I said, it's nice. It's leather, it's soft leather, and it got down in it, you know, the feathers, and it got like a possum collar. It's real nice. And they got it at I Goldberg. I went and priced it. It's like $179, something like that. I said, so I'm working. So I'm thinking, Mom, like if I pay for half of it, will you pay for the other half? And she was like, let's go see the coat. I was like, okay. Now, for those of y'all who have heard me tell this story before, don't spoil it. So we go down to I Goldberg. It was like a Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. She was like, all right, you know, I get off at such and such a time. You know, make sure you home. We're going to go down there and see about this coat. So we went down I Goldberg at 9th and Chestnut. Went to go see the coat. They had a bunch of them. You know, a bunch of bombers on the rack. I was salivating like. So this is near Christmas time. This is in like November. Before Thanksgiving. This is before Thanksgiving. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to get the coat for Christmas. So I'm looking at the coats. You know what I mean? I was like, Mom, here go the coat I want. She was like, well, what color? What color? And I was like, I like this green one. They're like an olive green joint. I tried it on. I'm in the mirror like, oh, shit. Oh, got my bomber. I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, Mom, can we get it? And she was like, mm-hmm. I was like, all right, so I'll give you half the money. And then when I keep getting paid, then, you know, I'll give you. My mom looked at me like, whatever. Oh, we getting the coat. I'm ready to go to the count, you know, go to the, you know, pay for the coat. I'm like, well, I'm getting the coat. We gonna walk out with the coat today? Today? I was thinking like a layaway situation. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so we get I'm ready to go, you know, to the cashier, check out. My mom, she keeps looking, she's shopping. I'm like, Mom, what you doing? We got my shit. Here's the bomber. We get on out of here. I gotta wait all the way until Christmas to wear this joint, right? So she was like, no, you ain't gotta wait till Christmas to wear it. I was like, I don't? She said, no, Omar. I said, oh, I'm wearing this shit tomorrow. I'm about to kill him. See, I didn't have no money. I was broke, but I ain't want to, among my peers at school and wherever, I wanted to look like, you know what I mean? I got felines on. I got my leather bomber. I got my little, I used to wear these, what do you call them? Them little stopwatches around my neck and all of that. I had Tim's, you know what I'm saying? It's 86. No, I ain't no Tim's yet. What kind of boots did I have? It don't matter. I had sneakers. So she keeps shopping. And she was like, what about this coat? My mom went and found a goat fur a goat fur coat. John was kind of dope. I'm looking at this coat like, I was like, nah, not in place of my leather bomber. She was like, no, we can get both of them. I was like, huh? She was like, no, we can get both of them. But the thing is, you can wear your leather bomber now, but you can save this one for Christmas. I was like, well, does that mean this is all I'm getting for Christmas? She said, well, I was like, nah, man, you know what I mean? Put that coat back. Put that coat back. I ain't about to. I ain't coming here to get no fur. I ain't ready for the fur. That would have been too much anyway. I'd have got rolled on in school or something like that. You know, them Ben Franklin cats. I went to Franklin Learning Center. So them Ben Franklin cats down the street, they would have got me. You're like, hold on, who is this little, yo. He shining too much. He coming all the way to North Philly from Germantown. What projects he came? He ain't from Richard Allen. He ain't from what's the name of those Spring Garden? Anyway. It can come from far back, looking, wanting to look like you got a couple of dollars. Back when we grew up, you looked like you had money just because you dressed nice. You had name brand clothing. That was all the money you needed. You ain't had no money. Luckily, we was young and we ain't really need it. We ain't really need no money. We need money for like some burger, fries, that type shit. Maybe a pair of sneakers, a pair of Guess jeans or something like that. Shit like that. Mickey Mouse shirt, some shit like that. Get used jeans, shit like that. A leather Adidas suit, shit like that. Troop, shit like that. I would never want to be in position to stay in the mentality that I had as a little boy. As a young man, as a teenager, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, trying to look like you got money, but you living at home. Your parents are paying for mostly everything. I've been working since I was 14. I've been working steadily since I was 14. So, I had a means of getting stuff, but I wasn't making no real money. I was making good teenage money. But I would hate to be stuck in a mentality that I was stuck in at that age where like my clothes are talking for me. You know what I'm saying? And like I never grew out of liking nice shit. My mom made sure I never grew out of that. My dad was always like, man, all that stuff is stuff. A real man got money. He got money somewhere. He got money where he can't carry it. Having the money that you have on your person, if that's the real money that you have, if that's the biggest money that you have, you ain't got no money. And he was right. He talking about money being in real estate and, assets. Not liabilities. Liabilities are, jewelry and cars and clothes and, shit that doesn't appreciate, only depreciates. Assets are things that appreciate. Houses, sometimes art, and real gold, not jewelry, but gold, with stocks and bonds. Shit like that, guns and butter, like they was talking about in Baby Boy. Guns and butter. All right. Sorry I went off on that tangent, man. But I love that story. I do. I love that fucking story because after that, me and my mom was like this. I was like, she a fucking... I realized that she understood. She got it. Like, this boy, he need to look fly. And she probably figured it's my fault anyway. I made him that way. So fuck it. It's only right that As long as he don't get out of the way all crazy, try to go around that corner and sell drugs in the projects, all right, go ahead, do your thing. And she was right. I didn't do that. Too scared to sell drugs. Fuck that. Scared of looking broke. No, I'm too scared of getting shot in the head and locked up and all little craziness. Like I wasn't built this. I wasn't built to hustle. I wasn't built to sell drugs. Now, I mean, I've always had a small respect and admiration for cats who had the balls to go out there and sell drugs because they got killed, shot up, locked up. I'm like, I ain't. I come from a working class family. Okay, TK Wright says, I thought some men wanted a hustler and someone who doesn't have to beg you for help. Now, I'm glad you're saying that because some men, well, I mean, we talk about it all the time, especially on social media. We talk about it all the time. I want a woman that's out there getting hers, somebody that's going to help out, that's going to contribute, not somebody that's just taking. That sound good. But you know what? I'll tell you what, though, Carrie. You got to understand the difference between those who comment on social media and those who don't comment on social media. Remember, there are way more people who don't say shit on social media than those who actually comment. We be concentrating on the ones who actually grab the keyboard, and they are not representative of society out there. There are way more people. Look, listen, we got groups. We in some of the same groups together. You can count how many people actually comment versus how many people are actually in the group. You see 1,700 people in the group, 1,700 plus people in the group. How many people comment? About 50? If that? Maybe. Some people don't comment shit. They just like shit. No comment. They give you an emoji, a like, a laugh, a heart, a care, and an angry face. Oh, and the surprise jaw. So, what about the majority of the population who ain't writing shit? Like, there's plenty of watchers out there. Like, I want a woman that's making more money than me. I want no woman out there all on a high horse, with more education than me either. I don't need no woman going back to school and acting like she know everything and challenging me on everything. Fuck all that. I need me a chick with a fat ass, who can give some good head and don't mind, keeping the toilets and sink and tub clean. That's what I need. Somebody who will make sure I get a meal in my belly. That's what I need. I need a down ass chick that'll praise me for making money. That's what I need. They might not mind a chick who go to work, but they don't want a woman who's ambitious. They might not mind a chick that has a little something or comes from a little something, but not too much. They don't want a woman that has a whole lot of self-esteem. And I'm just saying it's out there. So sometimes when we take our cues and our example from the social media, because it is an example and it is some semblance of proof, but it's just not representative of society that's out there. On one post, you might have 10 people who comment. What happened to the other 1,000? So, now it could be the algorithm, making people not even be able to see the post, but nonetheless, we just have to take certain things into consideration. So different men have different expectations from different women, and that's just that. All right. Okay, let me see what y'all talking about here. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, Carrie says, I've had guys who were interested but were intimidated by my success and my drive. Okay. All right. And you said, I thought some men wanted a hustler and somebody who doesn't have to beg for help. Shit, some men, there are plenty of men and women out here who love for somebody to beg them. Beg. Maybe it's just me. Excuse me. Maybe it's just me, but I've known plenty of men and women who just love for somebody to beg them. They had no bones about it. They'll tell you straight up no. You be like, please, come on, can you? Okay, yes. It's simple as that too. It's amazing. It's crazy. It's crazy. TK Wright says, Carol, I wouldn't find out. Wait a minute. I wouldn't find out that they were interested until way after. They'd be dismissive when I was around and then front like they had more than they did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carol said, me either, Omar. I'll tell you where to go get a great sale, though. Listen, Carol, you know what I mean? Me and you we like to buy shit. You be like, man, yeah, shit. Can't be spending top dollar for everything you get. But people be bitching, scared to ask for discounts and like, what? I ain't. I'm scared not to ask. I'm scared not to ask. Once you get that reputation of being the money person, you pigeonhole yourself. You paint yourself in the corner of that person that can't act like they don't have it, even when you really don't have it. Now, going back to what we were talking about earlier in the show about Dapper Dan and all that, these hustlers getting all this money and they don't want to pay no money when it's nothing but men around. But when the women come around, then all of a sudden everybody big willy, everybody standing tall, everybody got pockets full of money. The money is flowing. Well, you will often put yourself in that position for somebody to play you and you be overspending on shit, trying to look like you already got it. I'm just saying. And it can take a while. It can take a while to grow out of that type of mentality. It really can. It can take a while. But there's power in actually having something instead of acting like you have something or looking like you have something. Because when you actually have something, you can go out and get how you look. But people reach that level, that level of maturity when they reach it. TK Wright says, I thought the same thing. Okay, Cheryl says, like Jamie Foxx song, a girl that had her own. Oh, don't get me wrong. I ain't got no time or no value for none of those, for none of those I don't need no man women. We not doing that. Not me. Not me. That level of independence is just self-destructive to me. Like, how would I sound if I said I don't need no woman? Why not? You know what I mean? Well, you know, like women be like, I don't need no man. I want you, but I don't need you. You know, that's the new thing. It ain't new. You know, it's been going on for decades, but you know, that's the popular thing. I want you. I need you. I need your dick, but I don't even really need that. I got these toys, and I can get myself off as good as any man can get me off. Sounds ridiculous to me. Because it's ridiculous. I mean, you know, you can do like cut creator, rock the beat with your that's right. So don't try to front the move, because all right. Carol Chamberlain says, isn't that a little immature for a man who doesn't want his woman to better their situation? I'm just asking. Yeah. It is immature. Niggas don't be caring about what's immature, though. They listen. You know, Carol. You know. All y'all know. They don't be caring about, you know, how they listen. They will tell you in a minute. Everybody feel this way. It's not just me. Don't no man want no woman that's going. Don't no man want no woman that's going. Don't no man want no man. Don't no man want no woman that's going to. Well, no man. No. Yeah, they think they got it all figured out. They think they got it all figured out. Well, you can teach an old dog new tricks. You can teach an old dog new tricks, and you can, you know, elevate the maturity level of a man at any age. But it's not going to stick until he's ready. But we as black people got this thing about not wanting to look like we needy or that we're broke or that we're not doing well. When so many of us are needy and broke and not doing well. And maybe if we put a little bit more concentration into like really trying to fix our problem for good, maybe we wouldn't look like we're needy and broke and not doing well. But that's a level to be elevated to, and that's a change to be made. You just got to keep going. Like in the example what I was telling y'all about with Beyonce and Jay-Z and any other top performer, you know, with the exception of those, people don't want to give money to people who already got money or acting like they already got money. Well, you already got it. You don't need me. I've known people who do well with their money. You know, whatever money they make sure they, you know, they frugal. They're conservative. They don't run around here, you know, pretending to be something that they're not. But those are the people who keep money. Money, I mean, they be slipping and falling into money. Like, oh shit. Oh, what's that? Oh God, I done stepped in some dog shit. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's $1. That's money. That's money. By no means am I telling y'all to stop liking new shit, but stop letting the shit that you have speak for you, because that's not the move. That's not the move. I put up a meme years ago, and it came up on my memory. It came up on my memories earlier this week, and the meme said, "Remember back in the day, if your child had braces, that was supposed to be a symbol of you doing well financially, like you know, you had health insurance that was paying for them braces. So if your child had braces, it was like, oh, you can afford to have braces. If you could afford to fix your teeth, then that meant that you was getting it. Braces." And I remember I didn't know that it was like that until my friend put me on. He had braces. And he was like, I was like, you know what? He was like, braces mean that, it's sort of like a status symbol. He put me on to so much shit that I didn't know about. That type shit. Shit, my dad had Cadillacs. I was like, that's real money. Fucking braces on your teeth. Different levels. We was used to owning shit. His family was used to working. Neither one of them were right or wrong, just different levels. What my vision of having money was way different than his. Anyway, so your child would have braces on their teeth, showing that you make a little money, but they on the teeth for like 8 years. I know people who got braces on their teeth when they was like 10. They didn't get them shits off till they was like 16. I know I ain't the only one. Like, well, where's the money in that? Did it take you that long, to fix your damn teeth? Rest in peace, Jason. Okay. TK right says, that's so true. I don't have too much self-esteem for some men and women. Carol says, my favorite day to shop is Tuesdays. I ask for my senior discounts. I hear that. Carol says, TK right says, Carol, my time to get excited for Tuesday will soon come. You gonna get a fake ID to become a senior now? Cheryl says, I don't care what you heard. I ain't nothing like the real thing, baby. I'm just saying. What the hell? Hold on. Wait, how old do you have to be, Carol? 50? No, but not no senior at 50. Emily says, I got a few more years before discounts. TK right says, you totally read the self-esteem comment wrong. My bad. Let me see. That's so true. I don't have too much self-esteem for some men and women. I said that wrong? Don't have too much self-esteem for some men and women. Ain't that what it say? Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 8th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Paulina C. Young. Happy birthday to you, turning 36 years old today. And Nashay Elise, turning 40 years old today. Welcome to the 40-40 Club. Do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. And Nashay is raising money for the Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Word up. And also Cheryl Price. Happy birthday to you, Cheryl Price. And Nisa Nunez. Happy birthday to you, Nisa. Yeah. And Alicia. Turning 44 years old today. Bow, 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 bow. And Simone on Holmes, my girl Simone on Holmes, happy birthday to you. And my man, Gene Shogun Morris. Gene Shogun Morris, turning 35 years. It's his cat lying. You know what I mean? All right, whatever, man. Turning 35 years old today. And last but not least, my girl, Margaret Stiletto, turning 50 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious October 8th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on into the damn, to rock out, rock on into the damn, rock out, rock on into the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, yo, check it out, peep game, check this. Yeah, you can go ahead and, floss out there, acting like you're getting all this money. You know, I ain't gonna tell you be no scaredy cat, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Man, you can run into a lot of problems trying to keep up with the Joneses or trying to impress those who are not trying to impress you, trying to be part of something that doesn't want to be a part of you, trying to be something that you're really not, trying to act like you're hot, trying to get things that you ain't really ever got. And you don't have to do it. You really don't. You don't owe anybody any special favor or any type of appearances that you're not authentically fulfilling as a role. You, sir and ma'am, can be what you are and am who you am. But when it really all comes down to it, you know what? You know, I did myself I did y'all a little disservice because I really wanted to talk about how like as black people with black businesses, we say things like don't ask for no discount when it comes to black business. You know, stop asking for the hookup when it comes to black business. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I don't care whether it's a black business, a white business, a Hispanic business, an Asian business, or any other business. You protect the money that you have like it's your last money. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Black businesses, if you can't afford to give out discounts to people that you know need discounts, then you don't need to be in business. And I'm just going, listen, I love black business and I'll support to the fullest. But business is business. You have to be creative with your pricing and your products. That's what you have to do in order to be in business as a black business, because you know that your people are going to support you initially on the sympathy. It's a black business thing, but they ain't going to keep doing it. They're not going to keep supporting you if your prices are high and your products are inferior and your service is subpar. They're not going to keep supporting you. So stop being in business looking for a handout. That's not the way to go. Price your shit to a point where you can offer discounts and make people feel better. Get slick on their asses. But as the black consumer, you have the right to ask for a discount, whether it's a black business or a damn green business. No, you don't be proud because you spent more money. If you want to spend more money with a black business to keep the money in the black community, that's great. But don't be bragging about spending more money that you can't replace, that you can't replenish. That's dumb. So, stop telling me don't ask for the hookup. I'm asking for it, and I better get it too. Because if you hook me up, I'm gonna make sure that everybody I know comes through and gets the hookup too. I ain't telling you to give away your products for free or not make a profit. That's dumb. But what I am telling you is to be a business person if you're going to be in business. Person. Black business all day, every day, baby. This is black business right here. All right, so let's get on up out of here. Okay. So peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock. For the Urban Therapy, the Sun Show. We coming on through. Yo, this shit's gonna go the way we want to. And you, I hope to see YOU and back at me too. All right, so for my blog talkers, I holler back at y'all. Get you on up out of here.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
And for my Instagrammers, Fire Slam Jammer, thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through and let me rock out with you, my boobers.